We have been hearing so much about the struggling real estate market lately, and the U.S. Census Bureau has just released some new data. Real estate agent Louie Ortiz is here to tell us all about that and to give us some tips on how we should approach this. Good morning.
Good morning, Dave.
First of all, let's talk about the Census Bureau. Is it positive, negative? What's the deal? What's the situation?
Well, primarily, it's been good. There's been, as we know, huge increases in property values since 1990 till now. The problem with it is that it really hasn't matched income. And a lot of what's going on in the industry right now is really fueled by some of the creative lending practices that have been going on right now.
Right. So what is a fella to do? I mean, what can you do out there right now with the market, the situation it is? Because there's so, in fact, we'll have realtors on from time to time, and some of our emails go, oh, they're always going to spin a positive light on things.
Right.
It's not all positive out there. There's some tough times.
There are some tough times for people that purchased homes at the height of the market, maybe in 2005. And one of the things that's been happening a lot is that a lot of those people are finding that those adjustable rate loans that they got are starting to adjust.
Right.
And they're finding that they just can't make those payments.
Yeah,
and they're having a rough time selling those
properties.
Properties.
Where foreclosures are coming in. We're at record highs, right, with foreclosures.
That is true. A lot of bank-owned foreclosures.
And San Diego's, is that fair to say San Diego's experiencing more than most parts of the country when it comes to this?
Yeah, San Diego is very high in this area, but there are a lot of things that both buyers and sellers can do to take advantage of the current market conditions.
Okay, let's get to those. What are some of the things we can do?
Well, the first thing as a buyer, there's lots and lots of choices right now. There's lots of inventory, lots of things that you can look at. Buyers have, if they have an agent, they can talk to the other agents. They can often bring in prices that are less than what the sellers are asking for. Interest rates are still at historically very low levels.
Right. Okay, that's true.
Yeah. Buyers can also look at bank-owned properties. There's lots more of them on the market. I've seen in some areas where there's lots of bank-owned properties on certain streets and certain sections.
Now let's go back up to that top one too. Negotiate. I mean, how realistic is that? Can you really? I mean, can you just say? Can you go bargain basement price and you're going to get the deal? Or?
Absolutely. A lot of sellers are realizing that the market is sliding a little bit, and they will entertain offers that are maybe below what they're asking for.
Right.
Great time to get a dialogue started with those sellers and negotiate that. Get a good agent, negotiate those prices, kind of see where they're at, and you'll see. A lot of buyers that I talk to, they say, oh, I'm going to wait and I want to see what the market's going to do. I think it's going to go a little further. I would encourage those people to look at that number, where they think that price is going to be, and write that offer for where they think it's going to be, and they might be surprised. They might be able to get into that house and start building equity.
Isn't there the fear among buyers, though, that like you just said, it's going to keep going down and they're going to lose their shirts if they buy now?
I think it will go down a little bit in the short run, but if buyers are looking to hang on to that house for the long haul, traditionally, real estate has always appreciated in San Diego, always.
This isn't for the short-term person. This is for somebody who wants to actually buy it, live it, they live in it, and stay there
at least 2 to 3 years, I would recommend, yes.
Okay, now the seller, we did mention something on that on the graphic about the seller. What's that
Well,
about?
for sellers, there are some things that sellers can do to take advantage of this market as well. The number one thing is that everybody realizes that that the market is going down a little bit. And so for sellers to take advantage of this market, what they should really do is price their home to sell now and try and save as much equity as they can in that house. There's some things that they can do. They might want to price their home a little bit lower than what they want and get some offers going so that at least they come from a position of power where they have some offers that they can negotiate. A lot of sellers are just pricing those homes thinking they're going to sell, and they're not really being realistic with their price.
And if you get the reputation of having that house on the market too long, that's a real negative, isn't it?
Makes it a little tougher to sell. So price that house aggressively, the number one thing, most important thing, and get a good marketing plan. Get a lot of exposure for your home.
And a lot of people, and I would say, don't be so greedy, because you have made money. If you've had your home for a few years, you're still going to make something off of it, right?
Absolutely. And even if you didn't make a lot of money, maybe you bought it at 2004, 2005, and you have to sell it. Price it to sell. Be really realistic with your numbers and try and sell it now while the prices are still relatively high before they slide further. Take advantage of that.
Otherwise, foreclosure might be on your doorstep.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Louie, thank you very much for your help.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, we'll update you on all the top stories right after the break. Another full hour.